Alright, so we're just gonna start off on this, and I just genuinely don't care. Hello, everyone. My name is That One Gal. Some of you may know me as the Tombstone Gal. Some of you may know me as the person that records Lobotomy Corporation and just doesn't finish the fucking game. Uh, Today I'm gonna just be spitefully reading. Not really spitefully. I'm just gonna be going through the Town of Salem 2 guide. The reason why I'm doing this is very simple. There's a lot of people who will say I'm new and will just completely ignore to read the guide. And I will be sending this video to them. And to those people, I'm very sorry if you know me from being very, very hostile and very aggressive with you because you didn't read the guide. Or because you said I'm new and then completely floundered it. I have 806 hours on this one, and even more on Thomas and 1. Actually, I think less now. I think it was like 500. Uh, I was saying, yeah, I have 500 hours on Thomas and 1 and 800 on Thomas and 2. I have more than half of the achievements, and today I'm just going to be going through some like tips and tricks. You will see I'm in a Discord call in the corner. So we're gonna wait for it to load. This is a mod down here, the Fun Facts mod. And I will be going through my mods so no one can say like, oh yeah, you're cheating, you're like modifying the game. I have achievement tracker, which will just display the achievements I need. Auto player notes, so like toggle player notes, hide dead players. Uh, this will like put in your like personal notes, like if you're in the coven, it'll say who like automatically dot down bracket team and bracket self for yourself. Uh, when someone reveals, it will do that. It will just reveal the role instead of whatever you have written down. Fun facts is just some shit post. Player notes plus. This adds a note plus section, which acts like the normal notes, but when you type a role in, it shows up on their name tag. Remove the delete account button, Sky controller, and the list. The list is like a ban list and will prevent you from queuing with people you have banned. Will utilities is just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Alright. Just that stuff. If you want to download mods, you have to go to the Better Town of Salem 2 Discord server and look at that. Anyways, the guide. These are videos. I'm not going to go over them because I'll probably be explaining most of this. Actually, no, they're slideshows. I forgot. I'll be going over that probably just throughout this, but if there is anything that I need to go over with this, I will come back to it. The code of conduct, no game throwing, it's sabotaging teams are winning, because you're game throwing. So, for game throwing, if you're in a so there's like three priorities of how you should win. So let's say there are vampires which can convert you into their faction. There's 3 vampires but 4 townies. The best win condition for you is to vote out the vampire. If you do not vote out the vampire, that can be considered game throwing. Now let's say there are 2 town, a coven, and 3 vampires. You should vote out the coven or the vampire, because that gives the town the best chance of winning. Now let's say there are 2 humans, or 2 town, and 3 vampires. Statistically speaking, it is best to kill a vampire, because then that evens out the playing field for 2 and 2. But you probably won't be able to unless there's a main. Now let's say there's a coven, 1 town, and 3 vampires. You're the 1 townie. In this situation, town cannot win. So the best case scenario is to kill the coven and then get converted into a vampire. So basically, the priorities for winning are win as your own faction, win as an altered faction, and then lose, I guess. Intentionally losing, or like outing your coven mates or outing a confirmed townie is classified as game throwing. No spamming. It will just stop you unless you change it up. But if you do, you're kind of a prick. No verbal abuse, harassment, or hate speech. You're not 3. Don't use slurs. Don't say bad words. Don't say evil motivated words. Be a good person. No inappropriate names. No names like Hitler. No names like. Just use your fucking common sense. If you can, if someone's like Nate Higgers, you should probably report them. No cheating. No AFK. No leaving. These are both reportable. No impersonating employee or moderator. Self-explanatory. No posting harmful and inappropriate links, like no porn shit. Suspension tiers. This one. Oh yeah, game throwing. So they have detailed stuff. Game throwing. Outing yourself or a fellow faction member as the opposing town role, as in a role that needs the entirety of the town to win, in a non-factional majority, regardless of whether or not the outing is of one's actual role or faking being said role. The only exception here is a jester. So a jester needs to die to win. So jester can just kind of lie. In a non-factional majority, meaning if there's 5 town, 4 coven, don't out your coven. And don't out yourself. Busing or throwing under the bus a fellow teammate or to solidify your claim as town to avoid raising suspicion is allowed, but revealing yourself or your teammates out of spite or otherwise is prohibited. So let's say you're Medusa or you're a coven role, and you talk to your coven mates. You could talk to your teammates in the night chat. Say, hey, can I out you? Can I get you out to confirm myself? If they say yes, show them as evil. Killing, hanging, voting guilty, pushing them onto the stand is allowed within reason. Or executing a confirmed town member, like a revealed mayor, prosecutor, deputy marshal, or your own town lover as admirer, or vice versa, unless there is a reasonable suspicion of it being a vampire or a traitor in town traitor act. So don't kill your teammates who are confirmed. While in the stand or in jail, you must not make it clear that you do not intend to defend yourself. While you don't need to claim a role, you must provide a defense. Not speaking is not a defense. So don't say I don't have to claim. That is game throwing. Killing, executing, or hanging the VIP. So knowing VIP in the VIP game mode, VIP sucks, but teach their own. Just don't kill the VIP if you know the VIP. Working against your current win condition in favor for your future win condition, when you can still win. A tiny working against other tinies to become a vampire, or an executioner asking for the target to be killed in favor of becoming a jester. As I said, don't actively lose your starting role of the game to become a different role or a different faction. Choosing a loss or draw over a win or draw. The priority you're expected to follow is win with your current role, win with a different role, executioner to jester or townly to vampire, is better than a loss, is better than a draw, which is better than a loss. Asking to be killed, hanged, or executed, a 1-for-1, where a town has 2 suspects to offer, sacrifice yourself in order for the rest of the time to get a confirmed information is allowed. As a jester, asking to be killed or executed, intentionally stalling such prolonging the game. Okay. So, this is interesting. A 1-for-1 is, let's say there's a seer or something. Seer says you and another guy are evil. You say, okay, kill me first, then get that guy. When you become good, when you get hung and shown that you're good, they'll kill the other guy, creating a confirmed evil, a 1-for-1 trade. But just saying, kill me, I'm evil, I'm this role, just kill me, is not allowed. As a jester asking to be killed or executed, same thing, just can't say kill me. Intentionally stalling / prolonging the game. This is iffy, because if you're poisoner or something, and you're just roleblocking a dude, or whatever, that's kind of BM. That's stalling. But if you have reason to suspicion, like if you're in a 1-versus-1 scenario with who you can suspect to be a veteran, it is completely allowed to stall. Because that veteran may pop his shot and you would lose. So you're trying to be strategic and trick the veteran into firing. Spamming, saying the same thing in a similar multiple times doesn't have to be in a row. Leaving message sent via whispers. Purposely evading the spam filter. Multiple messages of gibberish. Multiple messages containing song lyrics / movie quotes. Clicking your belly button in faction night chat. Continuing an off-topic chat. Yeah. This will players understand during the trans phase because they are the only ones able to speak. However, gross abuse of this will be considered as disruptive. Hate speech. You should know. I'm not going to go through the fucking explanation on hate speech. You should know. Don't fucking say bad things. Leaving AFK, so impersonating. Yeah. Basically, use your fucking brain. Like, use your brain. That's the code of conduct. Town overview. Priorities. Kill all non-town players. This is when you win. Count. Usually a majority of the players do not know who their teammates are. Primary kills through trial. No townie has natural defense. Few townies can kill at will. Can attack at will. Those have a limited use of the ability cannot continue to kill if a townie. For example, usually a majority of the players, so like, it's very rare when it's like, you start the game with 5 townies and everyone else is involved. It can happen mostly in online. Primary kills are through trials, your voting system. No townie has natural defense. Few townies can attack at will, so veteran, or vigilante, deputy can attack at will. Judge can kill during the day. Executioner can kill. That kind of stuff. Usually town powers are can kill. Overview. The town faction is an uninformed majority in Sigma. Townies do not know who is friend or who is foe, and in the face of the trials, everyone claims to be friendly. Their goal is to sort out the liars and rid Salem of evil doers. In each day's trials are in their main way of serving justice. Now, defense will protect the player from being hanged. If that's how the majority votes, so being the majority is their biggest advantage. They should be wary of liars. No one is willingly admits to being evil. No one willingly admits to being evil, guys. Stop claiming Plague Bearer. Stop claiming you're neutral. Pirate is not on your team. Pirate's a neutral evil. If Pirate has 2 townies that are landlubbers, kill them. If there's a executioner who's full claiming Exy, kill them. If there's a Doomsayer, kill them. If there's a Plague Bearer, kill them. If there's a town SK, kill them and report them. Don't let evil people who claim evil live. And if you're evil, don't claim evil unless there's very specific circumstances, which I will go over later. Stop claiming you're fucking evil. It's not going to get you far. It's going to get you killed. And it's going to get people like me a reason to report you. God damn. The town includes a lot of people with a wide range of skills. Many of them focus on teamwork. Town investigative TI roles are town investigative TI roles search for information at night to share with others. Not a single townie has defense of their own, but town protective roles can protect other players by granting defense from putting themselves in harm's way. TP. Town protective can be TP or TPRO because town power also has TP. Town killing TK roles have special ways to strike back at evil outside of the town's justice. Think of Vigi shooting someone. Think of Deputy shooting someone. Think of Jailer killing someone. Jailer's a Jeopardy. Jailer's a town power, but he can be town killing if he wants. I think Trickster is a weird mix of these two. Just Trickster is a town killing, but should be town protective. Town power roles can majorly affect the flow of the game, largely through manipulating the voting phase in one way or another. All town power roles are unique, and will not be in a game more than once each, unless there's an amnesiac. Okay, town support roles. Roles do all sorts of useful odds and ends to help further their goal. So town support is just kind of like, if it's not a TI, if it's not a TP, if it's not a TK, if it's not a town power, it just kind of gets thrown in town support. Okay. Also, common town, CT. Common town is anything that isn't a town power, or anything that isn't unique. Roles, town investigative. Coroner, investigator, lookout, psychic, seer, sheriff, spy, tracker. All of these roles should full claim. All these roles should be posting information daily except for coroner and spy. Coroner does not do anything night one, so you just say, I'm coroner, no info. Spy should say, I'm spy, and not tell you where the bugs are. You should do hashtag hidden to say where your bugs are. So you can post a will that says night 1 hidden, night 2 hidden. But when a bug gets triggered, you tell people. Counterprotective, bodyguard, cleric, crusader, oracle, and trapper. These should never full claim. Unless, well, they shouldn't full claim willy-nilly. Full claiming is saying I'm bodyguard instead of saying I'm town protective. Town power, jailer, marshal, mayor, monarch, prosecutor. Town killing, deputy, trickster, veteran, vigilante. Town support, admirer, amnesiac, retributionist, socialite, tavern keeper. So if someone says, I'm town TP, they could be bodyguard, cleric, crusader, oracle, or trapper. Also, a lot of times people will say T-Pro and T-Pow, because P-O-W, P-R-O, T-Pro, T-Pow. Right? And then we go to the Coven overview. Up to not kill all non-Coven players. So be the last Coven alive. That as long as, well, okay, so Coven can win with a living Jester, Executioner, Doomsayer, Pirate, every neutral evil. Know the identity of all. You can have up to 4 Coven members, 5 if it's Town Traitor. Know all the identity rules from teammates. Kills primarily through the Necronomicon's attack. Only the Archmage role has natural defense of their own. The Coven may talk to each other at night. Many statuses inflicted by the Coven can be seen by the entire faction. Only 1 Coven killing role can be in the game. All Coven roles are unique and cannot be, so you can't have 2 Coven roles at the same time. The Coven is the informed minority, a small group that knows its members and can converse with each other at night. The goal is to rid Salem of townies and anyone else who not in their fold. Coven abilities tend to change and bend the rules as we know them, from changing someone's last will to silencing them during the day, making someone look suspicious to a sheriff. The Coven's primary killing is a special book called the Necronomicon. At night, the Coven member with the Necronomicon will deal a basic attack to their target and will not appear suspicious to a sheriff. Only 1 player can wield the Necronomicon at once. A vote during the day determines who holds it each night. This vote can be accessed through the dock. If no one votes, the game will assign it to a predetermined order according to role. The Coven is divided into a few role categories. Coven power. Roles may vary, each alters the course of the game in their own ways. Coven killing roles have the natural way to kill Coven's enemies, only 1 Coven killing. Coven deceptions roles specialize tricking the town's investigators, causing their enemies to second guess their information is reliable. Coven utility roles for useful odds and ends like Necromancer and Potion Master. Coven power. So here's how these 3 change the game. Archmage can change your role and has defense to start. Hexmaster, if every living non-Coven member is hexed, Coven instantly wins. Witch can control someone, sending their the person the witch chooses to whoever the witch wants them to visit. The witch also illuminates them, revealing their role and preventing them from being guessed by Ritualist. Coven killing, this guy has a day attack. This guy, if you visit the same person the Jinx visits, the Jinx will attack you. If 2 people visit the same person the Jinx visits, they will now know who the Jinx is, but only one of them will die. Ritualist can guess a role as long as it's not illuminated, and kill them instantly, no matter their defense, if they're right. Coven deception. Dreamweaver fucks with you. If you don't get visited by a townie while dreamweaved, you will go insomnia instead of insane. You'll suffer insomnia, which prevents you from doing your night ability. Enchanter makes you look suspicious to sheriff. Enchanter makes you look like a Coven member. Illusionist makes a Coven member look like a townie, and makes their visit look harmless. So, like, if the illusionist uses a if the illusionist illusions a Necronomicon holder, they won't get attacked by bodyguard. Medusa stones you, preventing your will and roll to be seen. Enchanter can also forge your will and forge your roll if they want to. Illusionists can make themselves look like a different role. Coven utility: Necromancer is a Coven Retributionist, Poisoner is a Coven Socialite and Tavern Keeper, Potion Master is a Cleric, and a witch that doesn't control people. Voodoo Master can silence, blind, or deafen. I'll explain those later. Wildling is Coven Trap. Apocalypse. Only one normally be a game at once. This is with the exception of the 4 Horsemen modifier. Each of the 4 roles have different objectives in order to complete the transformation. Only Berserker has attack. All 4 roles have basic defense when they're the only living Apocalypse member. They will also not be shown as suspicious to a sheriff. Each role is unique and cannot be in the game more than once. Huh, that's a mistyping. One member of the Apocalypse faction begin as anyone else. The members of the Apocalypse faction begin as anyone else, but upon completing their objectives, they transform into Horsemen of the Apocalypse, bringing the end to see. The 4 Horsemen modifier is very special. It changes some fundamental rules about the Apocalypse faction. All 4 roles may appear in the game. This faction can chat at night with the Coven. While there's more than one Apocalypse alive, the sheriff will see all of them as suspicious. All members will lose their defense. Roles: Baker into Famine. You need to give 3 people bread. Berserker into War. You need to kill a certain amount of people. Plaguebearer into Pestilence. Everyone needs to be infected, but your Apocalypse. Soul Collector into Death. You need to collect 7 souls. Neutral killing. Kill everyone out. Count very few. They do not know which players, if any, share them. If there are multiple of the same neutral killing role, they will win together as a faction. They do not win with different neutral killers. All of them have ways to kill. Their methods and limitations vary. All of them have natural basic defense. Neutral killings may leave a death note with their victims. Neutral killing roles are loners whose sole purpose is to murder everyone and survive to be the last one standing. So serial killer, arsonist, royal shroud. Neutral evil. Roles varies by role, very few. They're on their own, they do not teammate. All neutral evil roles have basic defense for the first 2 nights. So night 3 or day 3, you lose your basic defense. It's very specific that to say first 2 nights. So night 1 you'll have defense, night 2 you'll have defense, day 3 you'll have no defense. Most do not have an at-will attack, as their goal is not the death of other factions. The game does not end when they win. Neutral evil roles play different and fulfill special goals and leave chaos in their wake. The victory, or lack of, does not apply to anyone else. Each role in this category is different from the last, but all of them cause trouble for the other factions one way or another. Executioner, Jester, Pirate, Doomsayer. These guys are... I'm gonna shout this out. Evil! Neutral evil! They are neutral evil! They are evil, guys! Stop leaving them alive. If you don't have any other target, kill the guy who's claiming doom. Game phases. Countdown 2 is a strict cycle of phases. Each phase is governed either by a timer or the completion of ongoing events. During the day, the people of Salem debate each in the night's events and hold trials and try to eliminate evil. By the night, the town's enemies plot against them. Note that the game begins with players selecting a name for this game and receiving their role. After that, a brief discussion before first night falls. So discussion phase was when everyone talks, shows their shit. Voting phase, you can still talk, but you'll be able to vote someone onto the stand. Some roles affect voting. A mayor gets extra votes once revealed, and a player knighted by a monarch gets an extra vote. And if you vote guilty or innocent, they also count. Some rules use their ability during the voting phase, dramatically changing what's going on. The marshal starts a tribunal. Tribunal is fucking kill people. They don't vote up and guilty or innocent. You vote up and you kill them. The prosecutor may prosecute a player. The prosecutor is basically, you kill that guy for free. 12 phase. Maximum of 3 trials per day. Defense. The defendant may attempt to sway the opinions of other players. No one may speak at this time. Guilty or innocent. Vote. Verdict and hanging. If they're guilty, they die. If they're innocent, they don't. If a jester is killed and an executioner gets their target killed, you win. And people know. Night phase. Okay, so also I should probably elaborate further on this. Voting. Because I'm not sure if it's going to be in keywords. Voting. There's something called VFR, VFA, and VFT. VFR is vote for role. It is something that should rarely ever be used due to Doomsayer and Ritualist. If there is no coven at all, and there is no neutral evils, you should be doing VFR. VFA is a vote for alignment. So instead of going, oh yeah, instead of saying I'm bodyguard, you say I'm town protective, and then you go down the list until everyone has claimed. And then VFT, vote for time. People need to realize this. When they see in the chat VFT and they get voted up, they're not being pushed. They are being... It's stalling, so the town has more time. If you're Coven, or if you're any evil role, and you see a VFT, don't vote. Do not vote in a VFT. Because the less time the town has to decide something, the more time you have, the less time they have to vote you, or to be suspicious of you. The faster that day cycle goes, the faster you can be in your safe time. If you're evil, do not VFT. Unless you can VFT a innocent and convince them to hang them. Also, another thing about voting. This isn't anywhere said, but a lot of town want to get at least one kill per day. So, they will say, if it's like the last trial, they'll hang you. They'll guilty you, most likely. Unless you can confirm yourself, they will guilty you. If you full claim on a VFT, or if you get aggressive on a VFT, they will try to vote you. They will try to guilty you. This is important. They will try to kill you. Anyways. Nighttime. During the night, players return to their houses. Most roles and may use their ability to further their goals. During the night, this is done from the ability list, or by clicking a special ability shield on the right of the role card. Note that the result of the ability are not final until the end of the night. Only the Coven may speak to each other during the night, as everyone else is alone, or horsemen. Many players use this time to update their notes and last will, especially when you have the ability to target a player. Any changes to the last will should be done before the end of this phase. Note that every other night, other than 1 and 3, will have a full moon. Every night other than night 1 and 3, the icon below the face clock. Werewolves will always rampage on a full moon, either at home or at the target's home. Berserker can only attack on the first moon before the full moon before their first kill. Results phase. This is right after the night phase, right before the death pull phase. This is like 2 seconds, 3 seconds long. Once the night is complete, the results of all actions are calculated. Relevant messages are shown of your ability or things that happen, and it will appear in the chat window. Attacked players will die if their defense is less than the attack's power, and no other faction gets in the way. No other factions get in the way. No one can talk during this time, no abilities might be used. Yeah, it's just a full-on information. It's just here's what happened things. Death toll. It shows their death, the role of the person that died, who killed them, last will, unless Medusa, or Enchanter, or Serial Killer, or Jailer, or Poisoner. Death note. Neutral killing players may fill in a death note, acting as a calling card. Many players joke in this section, but can occasionally be a good way to input important information. The killer might make them seem suspicious. So, like, a lot of people will put a death note that's like, haha, something funny, or just like, oh yeah, this guy's Coven. That guy's evil. That guy has defense, and no one claimed to heal that guy. And he didn't claim to get healed, so, I don't know about him. Visit to night abilities. I really wish I could fucking click this to zoom in. The visiting player targets another from the ability, and then the visits carry them out. We attack, dousing someone in gasoline, investigating them, and more. Not all night abilities are visits, but most are. While Coven and other evil roles progress their schemes at night, the town searches for clues and tries to protect their own. That's a double space. Everyone's visits and abilities in the night create interaction and generate information that can be used to help determine who is evil and who is not during the night. Note that the abilities and passive abilities do not qualify as a visit. There are a few important steps that an ability takes effect. Very first, this happens immediately. The jailer's target spends the night at the jailhouse, safe from most harm, and cannot use most abilities while in jail. So just like, shit, that's a great thing they do. So jailer takes them, and jailer talks to them. The night phase takes place, giving all players time to choose their target and abilities. So this is like before even night registers. The result phase takes place, calculations are done to see what happens all across Salem and chosen abilities. Note the calculation and follow the logical order of priority. And where the first thing and where the following ability takes place depending on your role. Can you use abilities? Where you were locked, jailed, or under the effects of dream or insanity? They haven't fixed this, by the way. That's supposed to be insomnia. Any of these will stop nearly all of your active night abilities from being used. Even non-visit active abilities. Is your target valid? Most abilities can be blocked by an unknown obstacle. This is caused by the target being jailed, the target being under the poison or smog, or the target hosting a socialite's party, whose guest list you are not on. This applies only to non-astral visiting abilities. Did your visit trigger anything? If your ability was non-astral, are there any abilities triggered by it? This includes investigative roles, listening the visit, bodyguards defending the target, passive visit reactions, and so on. Types of visits. Normal. At normal, non-astral visits have some risks and basic effects. Can be seen by lookouts, trackers, wildlings, spies, traps, werewolves, etc. So, like, any of these roles can see you visit. Lookouts can see you if you visit the person they visit, so on and so forth. You'll be hit by rampage attacks. Its targets on serial killers, bloodlust, werewolves, berserker, war, etc. You were shot by an alert veteran and attacked by a visiting jinx or crusader. So if you visit a veteran, you'll get shot. And jinx and crusader are the same, so you know how a jinx works. You will be doused if you visit an arsonist, and you will gain plague or pestilence if you visit an infected player. Harmful visits attacks include all of the attack visits. In addition to the risk of normal visits, the harmful visitor will be attacked by bodyguards and traps. Note that the visits of shrouded players are harmful and deal a basic attack. Illusionists can make harmful visits seem non-harmful, so you'll bypass bodyguard and stuff. Forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, shrouded play. If a bodyguard gets shrouded, the bodyguard will kill himself. But also, like, let's say you're investigator and you get shrouded. Anything that will defend a evil or will track like an attack will see you as the shroud, opposed to the shroud being seen as the shroud. Astral visits. Astral visits do not trigger visit-related abilities and cannot be detected. Astral abilities are not stopped by unknown obstacles. So instead of so imagine it's because a roll walks to the house, right? Your roll walks to the house and visits. I visit. Astral is you just kind of exist, but your soul goes somewhere else, or you cast an ancient hex. I'm just kind of bullshitting here, but you stay at your house, but you affect a person. Hexmaster with Necronomicon gains Astral Visit and Basic Attack. Ritualist with their ability. Doomsayer with their ability. Illusionist illusioning a coven member. So, a lookout or a tracker won't see you visit your teammate. Soul Collector's Reap, which is his basic ability. Shroud's Shroud. Oracle's Aegis. Curse Soul Swap. If a player is blessed by an Admirer's Bestow ability, so if an Admirer bestows someone, they gain Astral. The visits of the Sovereign who is not a member of Town's faction, election modifier. So, all of this just basically means if you see a guy claim they visited and they didn't visit, they're probably one of these guys. I listed this one. Yep. Unique roles. Some roles are unique. Can only appear once in the game. Even random roles and slots. All-time power rolls, all coven rolls for all Apocalypse rolls, Pirate Execution. In addition, limits how often I compare a roll deck, 1 Coven Killing, 1 Apocalypse roll, 4 Horsemen, 3 T-Pack. Outlier rolls when not appear in the game unless explicitly specified in the roll deck. They're typically confined to special game modes. Many of these rolls have powerful abilities and can change the player's role or faction. Please see the Outliers page for more information. We'll get there. Cultist, Catalyst, Vampire are unique. Up to 4 Cursed Souls, 15 Pilgrims for Coven Knights. Note that a double of a unique roll in the graveyard means that there's either an Enchanted, Altered, or an Amnesiac. Immunities. Roll block immunity, you're immune to roll blocking from the effects of Tavern Keeper, Poisoner. Tavern Keeper, Poisoner, Retributionist, Necromancer, Witch, Socialite, War, Pestilence, Serial Killer are all immune to roll blocks. The Serial Killer will attack if they don't caution. The player visits a Blessed Admirer's Bestow, so Admirer can give roll block immunity. And Elected Sovereign, who's not part of the town. Control, so you're just immune to Witch. Retributionist, Socialite, Necromancer. There's Blessed by Admirer and Sovereign, who's not part of the town. Party immunity. So Shroud, Shrouding, Poisoner, War, Pestilence, Socialite. Yeah. Or you're just on the guest list. Detection immunity, non-town roles who don't seem suspicious to Sheriff have detection immunity. This includes all killing, TK, all POC, Jester. Can remember with the Necronomicon that player under the illusionist effect. Attack and defense. Basic attack will be blocked by basic defense. You need to have an attack power higher than your defense power. So Unstoppable can kill powerful, but Unstoppable can't kill invincible. Some attacks are abilities specific. Note that attacks that are actually so much trigger abilities that rely on visits, so can usually stop them. Yeah. Immunity, attack data. This just kind of says all the attack power. Yeah, Conjurer gets bitched by anyone with a level 2 defense. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, and then you have Unstoppable Plus, which can kill invincible. It's just Death's Apocalypse, Hex Bomb, stuff like that. I shouldn't really have to specify. I shouldn't really have to specify any of these. I can slowly scroll through it so you can have a better look. Alright. Defense data. I'm just going to slowly scroll down these again. This should be changed to care. Mad abilities. Admire. A knight may admire another player to see if they are your obsession. I don't know what the question was. I assume that means if they are your admirers, replace with care. Guard, you visit. This ability is astral. Oh, I think this is can't bypass unknown or something. I don't fucking know. Charge player, allowing them to perform the ability twice. You will have powerful attack and defend a guy. Oh my god. Why is quarter? Why? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Investigate. You'll investigate a dude. I can go into more detail about these. Fuck me. can go into more detail about these later when I go roll by roll. Special abilities. Yeah. That's stuff. Passive abilities. Yeah. Day abilities. Yeah. Status effects. Yeah. You know, I never realized that he had a smile. Do they have the new expressions? No, they don't. Oh, there's a different version. There's like deafened and blinded, but they don't have those. Modifiers. VIP sucks. Protect the VIP at all costs. Town Trader. Town becomes a coven. Ghost Town. Ghosts can vote and talk. Perfect Town. If a townie gets voted, everyone dies. Slow mode. Doubles the amount of time. Fast mode. Half the amount of time. And non-voting. Doesn't say who's voting who. Secret Killers. Doesn't reveal the killers. Hidden Rules. Doesn't show the roll when a person dies. 1 day per trial per day. 4 horsemen. Unknown players. Well, randomized cosmetics and names. Feeling lucky. Let's go gambling. These can kill you. This can kill you, by the way. It's an April Fool's thing. All outliers. Every outlier is allowed. Random bucket. Random buckets. Random town, random cover, random neutral, and enemy. Election. You vote for a sovereign before your vote. It adds a new phase. So it's night. It starts with death phase, discussion phase, sovereign election, voting, night. Grace period cannot TP and talent. Anything that attacks or defends cannot visit except for Trickster. Anomaly. Anomaly modifier adds a random modifier and ban at the start of the game. At least one modifier and ban are always added. Each additional modifier or ban is half as likely as the previous one. So it was 150, 25, 14.25, I think, or 12.25, and then 6.25, and then you saw on that one. Mentions, hashtags. Hashtags say wild, like hashtagging them the letters. Rules, there's a hashtag. Players of the act. Keywords are a colon. Emojis are an and. Role abbreviation. Admirer gets shortened to ADME. Amni. Bodyguard is BG. Catalyst is Cata. Cleric is Cleric. Coroner is Coro. Crusader is Cruz. Deputy is Dep. Investigator is Invest or INV. Jailer is Jailer or Jail. Lookout is LO. Marshal is Marsh. Mayor is Mayor. Monarch is Mon. Oracle is Oracle or Aura. Pilgrim is Pill, but no one ever plays Pilgrim. Prosecutor is Pros. Psychic is Psy. Retry is Ret or Retry. Seer is Seer. Sheriff is Sheriff. Socialite is Sock or Soshi. Spy is Spy. Tavern Keeper is Tav. Tracker is Tracker. Trapper is Trapper. Trickster is Trick. Veteran is Vet. Vigilante is Vigi. Tavern Keeper can also be. People will also abbreviate Tavern Keeper to TK. So if someone claims TK and then claims Tab, that's fine. Conjurer is Conj. Archmage is Arch. Dreamweaver is DW. Enchanter is Ench. Hexmaster is Hex. Illusionist is Elu. Jinx is Jinx. Medusa is Dusa. Necromancer is Necro. Poisoner, Poise. Potionmaster, PM. Ritualist is Rit. Voodoo Master is VM. Wildling is Wild. Witch is Witch. Covenant is Covenant. Cultist is Cult. Serial Killer SK. Arsonist Arso. I'm so used to saying Arso. Werewolf is WW. Shroud is Shroud. Baker is Baker. Berserker is Burrs. Plague Bear is PB. Soul Collector is SC. Executioner is SC. Jester is Jest. Pirate is Pirate. Doomsayer is Doom. Vampire is Vampire. Cursor is CS. Then Famine, War, Pestilence is Pest. Death is Death. Outliers. Outliers are special. They get put in certain role decks. Vampires can convert a vamp to the vampire faction. Cursed souls win by killing the cursed souls. I'll go into more detail about these when we get to the rolls, okay? Okay. Scrolls. Increases your chance of getting a roll. Cursed scrolls decrease your chance. Tome of Fate. you can spend money to get an even higher chance to get a specific role. Okay, add me. Gold. Hang every criminal in you. You may admire a player to see if they are obsession. You may also care for them. You may bestow a player during the day. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the attributes and then explain the abilities. You'll start the game with an obsession. You'll learn what their sub-alignment is, but not who they are. If your obsession dies before you find them, they will be rerolled. Your obsession cannot be TO, TP, or TPOW, or an enemy. Because your enemy can change into it. And this is town support. Your sub-alignment is the blue. So, admirer will say like town, your admirers, your obsessions, your TS, for example. Bestow. You may bestow another player, permanently giving them astral visits, roadblock immunity, and control immunity. So you just give them immunity. Admire. Check if they're good. Care. At night you may care for your liver, placing a barrier that grants powerful defense on both of you. This ability is astral. I believe this is 2 times only. Sorry, I'm drinking soda. So, what you want to do is admirer. Is night 1 just kind of go for anyone. See if you get lucky. There's an achievement for finding your liver quickly. So, and then you want to hunt down people that claim your obsessions and whatever. Amnesiac. You remember, at the start of the day, after the death phase, you will remember a random townie. You will prioritize town power, and then deputy, and then that's it. Bodyguard. You can protect yourself twice and gain yourself basic defense. You can guard, which would, you'll go to a house and protect it from harmful visits. And you will deal a powerful attack to your foe and then yourself. Cleric is a really good combo for bodyguard, because a bodyguard can stick to a cleric, and the cleric can stick to the bodyguard. And the bodyguard will prevent anyone from killing the cleric by attacking them and attacking himself, that the cleric will then heal. You cannot counterattack passive attacks. So things like hex, things like a trap, things like anything that doesn't directly kill, you cannot defend from. Catalyst. Town outlier. Overcharge. Overcharge a player, allowing them to perform their ability twice. Attributes none, one with other town members. I forgot to do bodyguard strategy. My strategy for bodyguard. Protect night 1, self-protect night 1, and then guard whoever. Don't be on TPLO night 1. Unless you're like playing competitive, do not be on TPLO. That can be a veteran, that can be a fucking plague bearer, that can be an arsonist, that can be literally anything. Do not trust it. People will push you and vote you out for it, but it is so fucking stupid when people are just like, oh, TPLO, day 1. Night 1 just self. Statistically speaking, you're more likely to take a hit than protect a dude. Overcharge. I'd recommend not overcharging night 1. Night 2, overcharge whoever seems the most confirmed. Night 3, change that overcharge if there's someone more confirmed. Cleric. You give yourself powerful defense for a night. You get the double the strength of a bodyguard self, but only once. Your protective barrier gives half of a power for defense and cures poison for the night. Does that even do anything? I don't think it gives you poison or roadblock immunity. I think this is outdated information. Because poisoner used to inflict a poison before it just roadblocked. So, it just gives player powerful defense. My strategy for cleric: do what you do for bodyguard, but go into on random night 1. And if you feel in danger, self. Coroner. This guy's fun. I like coroner. Autopsy information is permanently retained. Shrouds can make players appear as though they are the killer. So, I need to explain the shroud thing. But first, let me explain this. You perform an autopsy on dead players during the day. Gather information about their killers. Examine a person and see if the killer of one of the players you autopsied. So you can autopsy one person, and that thing is permanently retained. And then you autopsy another person. That information is permanently retained. If you examine a guy who killed one of either of the autopsies, that you will know. Shroud, if they let's say, the cleric or fucking investigate, they use an investigator to attack. They shroud an investigator, and the investigator causes an attack. Then you will have the information. You'll have information on this person was killed by investigator, not killed by shroud. My strategy for coroner: claim coroner day 1, claim coroner day 2. Get your autopsies out. Tell the town who killed what. You are the only town investigative that can hard confirm evil roles. You're the only TI that can hard confirm an evil role. You will be able to point out this guy is this role. Crusader. Your cleric, but instead of just healing, you bamp a random person who visits your target. This can be friend or foe, and I don't think it prioritizes someone. You'll know if your target is attacked. You'll also know if you attack a dude. So, you'll attack will kill anyone whose defense value is known. So, if a townie visits the same guy you did, it's on site. Deputy, you can kill a guy during the day if they have no defense and are evil. And are not town aligned. Enchanter and Soul Collector can make you shoot someone who is town. You will not be revealed if you attack a dude. So, people will usually say, I shot that. If there's 2 deputies and a deputy successfully high noons a bitch, you can't kill him. You can't shoot that guy. Strategy. Wait. Patient, I get it. Better pop than drop. It's better to shoot your shot and miss than miss the opportunity to shoot at all because you die. But I get it. There's a button there, and you want to push the button. Everyone wants to push the button. We all love pushing the button. But just save the button push. It is so significantly easier to just wait on pushing the button. Just hold the button. Hell, if there's a confirmed evil, day 2, shoot it. Whatever. Shoot a confirmed evil or shoot later. You can save the game so hard just by shooting a guy. Investigator. Investigate to see a crime. Murder. Your target has attacked someone the night you checked them. Trespassing. Your opponent you have visited an opposing faction at some point of the game. So if you're a townie and you visit a coven member, you'll get trespassing. If you kill a dude, you'll get murder. The enchanter can make your target appear as coven while checking for trespassing. Illusions make your target appear as town while checking for trespassing. The shroud make your target look like they have committed murder. Jailer. You jail a dude. This is a unknown obstacle and a roadblock at the same time. The jailer and the jailee will talk to each other. The jailed player cannot be attacked unless it's a jester, so you can be effectively a town protective. Jester's taunt will go through the jail. Jester wants you dead. You can choose to execute the prisoner, dealing a powerful attack. If you execute a town member, you will lose your ability to jail. Don't be stupid with your executions. Jail Night 1, get information. Jail Night 2, get information. If you need to jail a marshal who revealed, do it. If you need to jail a mayor, do it. If you need to jail a prosecutor, do it. If you need to jail if you have no suspicion on anyone, jail a confirmed role that doesn't have a night ability. Or that can't do anything at night that night. Protect your team. You are a glorified wall. If someone is in danger, you stand there and be a wall. If you need to kill a guy, kill them. But remember, a townie that's jailed is better than a townie that's dead. Look at. You will watch and see who visits them. Strategy, stay on important roles. TPLO, you can go there. I mean, no one's going to stop you. You might see people visit. You do not see astral visits, because they don't visit. Night ones, go to 6 or 9. Trust me. Marshall, you kill people! You kill people! You just kill people! Military Tribunal is a... It turns the voting to a frenzy, a fester. You... Basically, if you set the... Like, something I've seen before is someone waiting until the last second to pop Tribunal and just roll out a Tribunal to get that 60 seconds. People will know you're the marshal, and if they vote while you're trying to talk to them, trying to get information, they are suspicious. Listen to your marshal. If you're not a marshal, listen to your marshal. Unless it's TT. To be skeptical of your marshal. If in Tom Trader, the marshal goes 2 for 2 in one of their tribunals, look at them weird. Try to vote them out in the next one. Tribunal is a fuckfest if the town doesn't listen to the marshal. Usually when there's like a 1-for-1, the marshal might pop a tribunal. When there's like a tie, marshal might go for tribunal, because the marshal gets an extra vote during a tribunal. Mayor, you can reveal yourself to gain an extra vote, and you'll gain an extra vote each day after you reveal. You'll start getting additional votes during a TT hunt, and you cannot reveal on day 1. You will also lose the ability to gain defense when you're revealed. So, things like Claire, I think they actually removed that, never mind. But if it's true, mayor strategy, reveal when you want, be careful of ritualist, conjurer, stuff like that. Monarch. You knight a player, they get 1 vote. Each time they are knighted, you can knight up to twice. You have basic defense while a knighted player is alive. And knighted players cannot be voted the day they are knighted. Oracle. You're like ritualist, but for healing. You guess a roll, and everyone with that roll gets powerful defense. You cannot Aegis the same person twice in a row, and you can Aegis Oracle once. Pilgrim does nothing. Prosecutor. During the vote phase, you can prosecute someone and kill them instantly. If they are town, you lose the second prosecute. Psychic. On our prosecutor strategy. Same as deputy. Or same as marshal. Psychic. On even nights, you'll have a vision of 3 players. At least one of them will be evil. Odd nights, you'll have a vision of 2 players. At least one of them will be evil. Or on even nights, you'll have a vision of 3 players. At least one of them will be evil. On odd nights, you'll have a vision of 2 players. At least one of them will be good. Yeah, my bad. So, night 1, you just kind of want to check a random dude, write down the information. On even nights, try to go for someone who's confirmed. Illusionist will make evil players good. Enchantress will collect some good players evil. Retry. You raise dead people. You raise dead townies to do your bidding. What intended strategy? Use whatever the graveyard gives you. If you see a lookout, use a lookout. If you see a bodyguard, use a bodyguard. If you see a trapper with a trap, use the trapper. The spy's kind of useless. Coroner's kind of useless. Seer. Choose 2 people. If they're on the same faction, they'll be your friends. If they're on different factions, they'll be seen as enemies. You cannot choose yourself. You cannot choose a reveal time number, and that player cannot be chosen for the rest of the game. Retry visits the dead player, and if there's another Retributionist or a Necromancer, the body can be missing. Strategy for Seer, track people. Enchanters can make their targets look like Coven, Illusionists can make the target look like Town. Sheriff. Search one player for each night for suspicious activity. You will find Coven members on Necronomicon, Wandering Soul members, and Neutral Evil suspicious. You will find Apocalypse and Vampire members suspicious if they are not solo. Enchanter and Soul Collector can frame. Make them look evil. Make the target not suspicious. Social Light. You throw a party. And you may add players to your guest list during the day. The guest list just lets you bypass the party. Any players not on your guest list will be rejected from entering, causing their abilities to fail. So, you can have literally like super strong evil man just get told, no, you're not invited, so get the fuck out of here. And they had to say, oh man, you're immune to roadblock and you're immune to other parties. Spy. Social light strategy. Go on important people. Give guest lists to important people. Sheriff, go fuck yourself. Sheriff is awful. Spy. You may bug a player, see what visits. Bugs are permanent. The information you gather cannot be deceived by anyone. So you'll see if there is an evil, if there's a faction, a role that has a different faction from what it's supposed to. It's like cleric, for example. If there's a Coven cleric, you'll see the cleric visit. You'll see arsonist visit. You'll see every evil visit that you can see. Anyone that's not Talon aligned, you'll see their visit. Tavern Keeper, you roadblock a person. They are roadblocking you the next night. If you attempt to roadblock an SK, they will kill you. Tracker, you see who that person visits. Trapper, night one, when you don't have a trap available, you'll spend a night building the trap. And then once you have a trap, you can place it on someone. The trap is triggered by a harmful visit that will deal a powerful attack. The trap is triggered by a non-harmful visit and will reveal all the roles they visited. So, let's say 30 roles visited. You'll see all 30 roles. But if there's a harmful attack, if there's a harmful visit, it'll kill the dude. Dismantling, you can break the trap and get a new one the same night. Trickster. He will act like a cleric, right? He'll act like a protector, right? He'll act like a cleric. And he'll wait until someone attacks. And once he blocks an attack, he becomes a budget vigilante. You can do unstoppable. You can absorb rampage, and you can absorb anything up to powerful. An unstoppable attack will shatter the magic mirror. So you're a cleric until you block an attack, and then you just do that attack. It won't say they were killed by Trickster. It'll say oh yeah, if you absorb a Berserker, it'll say killed by Berserker. Veteran, you can choose 3 nights to kill anyone that visits you. Vigilante, spend a night loading. Every night you will have load 1, load 2, load 3. Shoot people. Kill them. Now I'm just going to go over the strategies. Spy. Bug people. Literally anyone. Prioritize townies. Tavern Keeper. Roadblock evil people. Tracker. Visit people. If someone's suspicious, visit them. If there's a seer, visit them. If there's a retro claim, visit them. Fuck. Trapper, you are a budget. You're a better lookout half the time. You can either be a lookout or you can lock in and kill a guy. Just do what you would do for lookout. Beyond town powers, beyond revealed rules. Trickster, play like a bodyguard. Play like a cleric. Act like you are town protective until you absorb an attack, and then dome a guy. Kill whoever you find suspicious. Veteran, don't vet bait. We all hate you if you vet bait. What you should do is be aggressive. Don't be a passive veteran. Don't day one or day two say, like, look at me, guys, trans rights, haha. Don't be political, don't be stupid. It's just day one, say something so people don't visit you. And then day two, hunt hard on what's your role, what's your claim, what's your claim, what's your claim, what's your claim. Everyone's claimed. All right, get one of these guys out because we have too many of them. Be the town's leader, and be the town's leader enough to where people want to shut you up, and then alert. Vigilante, spend the first 2 nights loading, and then night 3, blast a bitch. There's a lot of roles. Well, to be fair, I'm going into the coven. Conjurer. You could throw a rock at a guy. You are coven deputy. Don't rock a random hobo. If you're about to get voted up to die, kill a guy, sure. But you're usually holding book. Unless there's like a retributionist, you're usually holding book. Or an apparat. Archmage. You can change someone's role to a different role. Town killing and town power can change it to each other. Or coven killing and coven power can change it to each other. Common coven have to stay into common covens. You can also change yourself, but you'll lose your basic defense. Dreamweaver. Visit a guy. If no one visits them that night, or the night after you visit them, they'll become insomnia. And won't be able to do their role. Enchanter. You make guys look suspicious. Hexmaster. Hex a player. If Hexmaster is alive and all non-coven are alive, are hexed, win. Illusionist. Phantasms. Summon phantasms of your alive teammates. Sorry, summon phantasms of your alive team. I've never gotten illusionist since the rework. Summon phantasms of your alive teammates. You will cast an illusion on all of your alive teammates, making them look innocent for tonight. So, you'll basically do your job, but for everyone. Illusion. Your illusion target will appear innocent to sheriff and investigator. The illusion makes psychic see your target is good. This will see your illusion as town. Cast illusion as town is a astral visit. There's also another ability they have where it's like illusion that they'll make themselves look like a different role. You can appear as a role if you're choosing a podcast. Yeah. Jinx. You're a crusader, but for the coven. Usually, you get the Necronomicon. The priority for Necronomicon I'll go over once I've done all the roles. Medusa. Stone. This will act like hidden killers and hide the will. Or secret roles and hide the will. Necromancer. You're a coven. You're a coven retributionist. Poisoner. You're a coven socialite mixed with coven tavern keeper. You're a coven tavern keeper with a toggleable socialite. Potion master. You can kill a guy. You can be a cleric. Or you can be a witch that doesn't control. Ritualist. You're oracle. You will guess a roll, and if you guess it correctly, you will kill them up to twice. You cannot do town investigative, and you cannot do illuminated players. Illuminated is the effect of Potion Master and Witch revealing the vote. Voodoo Master. You can blind, silence, or deafen. Blinding a player will prevent them from seeing what happened. It will just prevent their results phase. Really good for if a sheriff or someone is investigating your group. Silence. They can't talk. They cannot whisper. And you cannot silence the same person twice. You can do the other things twice, I guess. Deafen. They cannot hear the chat. You cannot do it to the same person twice. But I guess you could just do it. You could blind someone permanently. Wildling, you are lookout. You are lookout and a tracker, and you can hear whispers. Witch, you can control a person to target someone else. So like if there's a vigilante that's confirmed, you can vigilante into a confirmed guy. Cultist, the Coven's outlier. Cultist grabs a guy and turns them into a coven role. Turns them coven aligned. Serial killer. You can be cautious and not attack roadblockers. Every night you'll kill, if you choose to. If you get 2 kills in a row, you will get your bloodlust. When you get 2 kills, your next attack will be a powerful rampaging attack. So you will just attack a dude and anyone that visits that dude. Roadblockers will die and have their will bloodied. If you are jailed, you will attack the jailer. If the jailer does not execute you. Arsonist. You can douse a player every night, and whoever visits you gets doused. You will know if you're doused in gasoline, so if you visit an arsonist or an arsonist visits you. And then you can ignite, killing all doused players. Werewolf. Every full moon, you will do a rampaging powerful attack. SK strategy, kill people. Arsonist strategy, douse people, then kill people. Werewolf strategy. And on non-full moon nights, you become a tracker, but your tracks stick. So you track 7 night 1. 7, you'll always know where 7 goes for the rest of the game until someone dies. And if they get rezzed by Retray. Or Necro. Strategy. I don't fucking know. Kill people. Shroud, my favorite neutral killing. Is he the best? No, but he's my favorite. Okay. You have the ability to attack $30 to whoever first guesses what attacking does. And you can shroud someone. If you shroud a player, you will attack who they visit. If they do not visit, you will attack them directly. If they visit, you will have no blood on your hands. If they don't, you will have blood on your hands. Strategy: shroud town protectives to kill them, get them to kill themselves. Shroud seers. Shroud anyone, really. If you have a reason to shroud, shroud. Baker, give 3 bread to people. Once you give bread to people, you'll turn to apocalypse, famine. Strategy: give bread to people. Berserker, kill 3 people, and you'll turn to war. 0 kills, you have a basic attack. 1 kill, your attack is upgraded to powerful. 2 kills, you rampage. 3 kills, you become war. Plague Bearer, infect everyone. Infections will spread when players visit another. Infections will spread to players visited by an infected. Your 2 neighbors will be infected. So, if you're 15, you'll infect 1 and 14. Players will not know they have been infected. You will infect players who visit you. You'll know who infected who each night. When all players are infected, you will transform into pestilence. You can claim tracker or lookout. You can infect people. Soul Collector. Reap. Choose a player at night to attempt to collect their soul, marking them as reaped. The players will appear as Soul Collector to others. You will reap their soul when they die. This works for Witch and Potion Master. Witch and Potion Master will see a reaped player as Soul Collector. And for all intents and purposes, you will see any townie that or anyone that investigates will see them as if they are a soul collector. You need to collect 7 souls. Weird players are permanently friend. Executioner, get your target killed. Bullshit, whatever. Just get your target killed. Jester, you need to meet your chatterbox. Kill yourself. Get lynched. Pirate, kill 3 people. You can scour to see if they're your player. You're a neutral admirer. Doomsayer, guess that you're a ritualist that has a harder job. Vampire. You can convert a player, turning them into a vampire-aligned role. So, cleric will be vampire-aligned cleric. If you're unable to convert them, they are drained instead. So if they're not town, or if they have defense, you will not waste a convert charge and turn them in, and instead you will drain. Their soul. You will swap souls with someone at night. You will swap souls with a player, swapping roles, but not factions with them. So you can be a cursal aligned, whatever, and you'll make them whatever aligned cursed soul. You have a 50% chance of swapping your target. You have a 50% chance to swap with another player. If you do not choose a target, or your target is invalid, a valid target will be randomly chosen. You cannot swap with neutral evil rolls or vampire. You win when all cursed souls have died. Not cursed soul aligned people, because you're not cursed soul aligned, you're wandering souls aligned. Cursed soul, the roll needs to die for you to win. All of them. Famine, you'll starve. Every player without bread will starve. And then you can starve a player to have their bread rot. Strategy. Starve everyone once. Because you start with 3 bread, famine starve wipes everyone that doesn't have bread. That takes them to 2 bread, and then the person you starve will have 1 bread. Then you starve another person, that guy has no bread and dies the next night. And then, yeah, you starve people. War, you get 2 attacks, rampage, unstoppable. Pestilence, you kill people. Pestilence is basically you vote. You'll give everyone a stack of pestilence when you become pets. Apocalypse members are immune to this. Apocalypse members are immune to all the other apocalypse effects. You will spread pestilence to a player. That player will have maximum amount of stacks and die. Whoever visits whoever will both get a stack on themselves and a stack on them. I think it's actually just they give a stack to the other person. So, if I visit someone else, I will give them a stack. 3 stacks, people die. You're immune to Roblox and I'm one obstacle, and anyone who visits you will have 1 stack of pestilence spread onto them. Death. Live until the night. Live until the voting phase ends when you get revealed. Strategy. If you're an Apocalypse member, sandbag. Just fucking throw yourselves out there. If you're any role, full claim. It doesn't matter if you're evil, if you're town, if you're fucking Town of Salem 1, Better Town of Salem 1 kidnapper. No one fucking cares what role you are. Death is the highest priority. Claim your fucking role, even if you're like Shroud, if you're Doomsayer, Pirate. This is the only time you should be full claiming. Like, if you are fucking Soul Collect, like, I keep neutral evil wills. I'll have a fake will in my notes, but I will have a neutral evil will in my main will. Or a neutral killing will in my will. So, like, I'll have, like, Shroud will. So if the Soul Collector tries to go Shroud, I say, nuh-uh, and I kill them. Death is so important to get out instantly. Like, Pestilence, the strategy against Pest, stay home. Keywords. I think I've explained most of these. Let me see if I miss any of them. Counterclaim. Someone claims something to say, no, I'm this. Example, Death claim Shroud. I counterclaim them by saying I'm Shroud. These are minigames. Doom is what the Doomsayer does. Evil. I guess you want to fucking guess what evil means. Gaze is what the Medusa does. Good is what good. Guess. Rebecca is lore, I guess. Sus. Vote for alignment. Get their alignment or risk being hanged. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.